Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a flip through of all of my Stalogy notebooks for last year. I have done obviously like monthly flips and individual flips of each completed notebook, but I just find it really satisfying to do like a flip through of all three in one go. Some of my vinyls are starting to come off, I think just from having them all on the bookshelf and kind of rubbing against each other, but anyway, I will just super glue that down, I think. Okay, let's get started. I will kind of go through them relatively quickly just because there's a lot to get through, but yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so it's actually been a while since I've looked through this one as well, so it'll be interesting. This did not survive very well. Vellum, I think I got it wet. You can see like some of the watermarks. It did make it nice and crinkly, but yeah. Oh, picture of my kids from, this must have been from Christmas 2022. Calendar, vellum. I do have like a ton of these paper clips from AliExpress, like hundreds of them, so I do just leave them in my planners. I don't really take them out. January, it's very lovely and blue. That is the kind of the first year I started doing my own calendars, so I like buy a calendar from Etsy and then edit it and add my own florals. Just much prefer that. Oh, I forgot about these vellum and acetate like glue and foiling. I should do some more actually, because I really love foiling glue. My washi tape at the bottom. Must have been a very rainy week. My word of the year, which I have stopped doing this year. From this year? I think this year, yeah. Just because why have I stopped doing it? I'm not sure actually. I think I wasn't really looking back on that page as much as I liked towards the end of the year. Oh, that's a, I haven't been doing that in my Stalogy, so that would be nice to just include that again. Here's another glue and foil, very simple, just brush some glue. But yeah, my word of the day, I think I just realized that I kind of was maybe using one or two words only, so I started just taking screenshots of them on my phone instead. Yeah, but it is still nice to look back on. Maybe there was something here. I'm not sure why this page keeps sticking to itself. I did just have a huge washi clear out. I actually gave away hundreds of rolls of washi tapes and I still have hundreds of rolls left. They're just like in a bag and in a box. Oh, I've stopped doing this as well. This is like a sticker dashboard. We started doing, Ellie and I started doing like a theme every month. But yeah, I've been doing this for a long time, but I haven't done one in a while, so I would like to remember to do that because I just love looking back on these. But yeah, washi tapes. I'm trying to be really good about only keeping tapes that I am consistently using and trying to give away the rest. My kids took some. I've got like a niece who's really into washi tape. A couple of my friends are really into planning. My sister, her friend. So I have got like quite a few people who've looked through my stash and taken what they want, but I still have like huge bag full and two huge boxes full actually. So yeah, I wish there was like some kind of planner meetup or get together that I could just take them to and people could take what they want, because I would love for them to be housed in a planner person's house who, you know, who's going to use them. I also in the past have donated to my kids' old school, like primary school, like to the art department, like I think a box of like 200 washi tapes. But yeah, like I said, I have a huge amount sitting in my house, not used. I'm not going to sell them. Some of them have been gifted to me, and yeah, but I would like for them to be used obviously somewhere. Anyway, here is March. Gorgeous colors. I've also stopped doing this, which is just writing sort of personal notes relevant to my kids for that month, because I use a 5-year diary for them, and it is specifically just for them, and I felt like I was kind of repeating the same things in my monthly as I was in there. And I think like maybe October, November, December, I'm pretty sure I didn't even fill those pages in last year, so this year, this notebook rather. So yeah, I think I just decided I'm not going to do that in my Stalogy. And this is a kind of great thing about having Stalogy for me, is that I can change up the layouts from each notebook or each month, each week. If something's not working, I can move it. If I want to add something, I can. There are no, you know, set kind of pages. So yeah, that is kind of handy. Like I mean, possibly could do that in Hobonichi maybe, but you have like the monthlies already set, you have the weeklies set, you have daily pages. So if you wanted to do a page like this, you'd have to use up a daily page to do that basically, or you could put it like on your weekly page. I guess you could have a word of the day. But anyway, for me, Stalogy has been working since the end of 2018, but like properly since 2019 I've been using them. I just never looked back, not sort of tempted to use anything else. I have experimented in terms of journals, like I was using Hobonichi Cousin, and then I've changed now to Create with Pen notebook. But my main planner, and I always get like lots of suggestions, like have I tried this notebook or that notebook, but I am not tempted at all. I love this paper, I love the grid, I love the faint grid, the way the spine for me holds up. I just love everything about this notebook, that I am not I'm not going to experiment with anything else. I also love the consistency. Like when I look on my bookshelf where all my Stalogies are lined up, I just get such satisfaction at looking at the same notebook through the years. So yeah, Stalogy for life for me. And I think we are almost at the end of this notebook. And then this is just the back pages where I keep all my washi and like random notes and stuff. Just making sure there's nobody's like address or anything on there. Yeah, and at the back in here I do keep like any like sort of Happy Mail gift cards or anything like that that I've received. Like when Christine sends me new tapes, I keep like every little note that she writes me, I keep that in here. But yeah, so that is notebook 1, and here is the second one. So I'm just going to show you guys all 3 of the washi dashboards actually. So that's book 1, book 2 and book 3. Usually the book 3 is like very Christmassy, but this year I decided to kind of do a bit more like, well, I wanted to do all of my washi tapes that I did a collab with London Gifties. All of these tapes are also from London Gifties. Just stunning, gorgeous, gorgeous, summery, like florally colors. I always do have like a page with a yearly calendar that has my husband's shifts marked on them for the rest of the year. I would have had January to March in the first notebook, January to April rather. Lovely. I recently just refound this washi tape. It was actually, here, it's right here. I think I had put it in my to give away or donate pile because I looked at this and I thought, yeah, it's probably not something I'm going to use again. And then some reason I just opened it and I was like, oh my god, no way, this is like my favorite hydrangea tape. I don't know what on earth possessed me to put this in that pile, and my daughter for sure would have like just grabbed it up because she loves anything sort of florally as well, and she's really like once she gets a washi tape she would not give it back to me. She might be convinced to give me a sample of it, so that's the little one, Ishri, but she's would be very much like, nope, you gave it to me and it's mine now. So lucky I found that. I really loved this week where I was using these like big stickers. Yeah, just really liked that actually. And my husband and eldest daughter Vishaka are in India for 3 weeks. They left yesterday, so I am still going to continue doing a weekday on 2 pages, but I don't think I'll have like as much journaling to do. So that might be a good opportunity now to also go back to adding some of those bigger washi tape stickers in my planner. So I think I will do that. That's a good way to use up space. But I just, yeah, I know that I have like lots of things I want to get done at home. So I know this side of the page will be full of like lists. But yeah, I probably won't have tons of journaling to do. That week that I just flipped through was very much a sticky note week. Just didn't really have time to kind of open my planner much. I was just grabbing sticky notes and writing lists of things that I needed to get done. And you can see like some weeks I just don't use any stickers at all. There are a couple of weeks where I haven't used any washi tape either, but that is quite rare just because yeah, for me, like to pull out washi tape and just stick some down, it's like just all here at the end of my desk. That's really easy for me to do. I love this tape, gorgeous. But yeah, I might not necessarily pull out my stickers and use those. But here you go, here are some. Love these umbrella stickers from Salam Creative. She is a UK seller and I love her little stickers that she sells. I actually do need to cut some more day stickers because I've run out, and I've just kind of been handwriting them, which is fine, of course, but oh, I love this tape as well. Yeah, be nice to have some cut again. As you can see, I am definitely not like allergic to white space. I don't feel the need to like fill it up or like put stickers or sticky notes or anything like that. If there is space, I just leave it. Yeah, sometimes if I feel like, oh, you know, I want to be a bit creative and I want to add something to it, then I might like put a quote or something, but I don't deliberately think, oh, there's white space, let's fill that up. Lots of sticky notes and vellum, acetate, all the kind of shops that I use regularly for like washies and stickers. vinyl stickers, vellums, acetates. All of those are always linked below in my description box as well. So yeah, if you guys want to check out any of the shops I use. Oops. This was interesting, using like 4 completely different washi tapes every day. Don't remember doing that, but yeah, lovely. Guess it was just a good way to use up more variety of tapes. Sometimes I do clip shot, like if I've done some journaling in here, I will just have that clipped shot. Love this cake washi so much. London Gifties, planning Vishaka's 16th birthday. Honestly, just don't know how that's happened. Yeah, I still remember the day she was born and being like a toddler and like even just a 10-year-old, and now she's like 16 and actually going to be 17 in a couple of months, and I'm just, yeah, I don't really, it's not that I feel old, I just feel like I don't feel old enough to have a teenager. I just, yeah. Also, like, all my friends either got married much later than me, or even if they got married within like a few years of me, they all had kids much later. So a lot of my friends have kids that are Ishri's age, so my younger daughter's age. So yeah, it's really strange for me to have a teenager who shall be driving soon, because as soon as she gets 17 she plans to get her license, because my sister is a driving instructor. One of my sisters is a driving instructor, and she's obviously going to just take her for lessons, do a crash course with her so she can be driving very soon. But that is like really just very wild to even think about. Oops. So still doing my kids pages there. Lots of stickers this week. I love marking like rainy days with that washi, my washi tape. See, covering up some journaling there. Blue pen week, also very unusual in my planners. Just not a fan of my handwriting in blue pen. So that was when my collab tapes, my second lot of collab tapes with London Gifties came out. Stunning. Oops, and I think we are coming to the end of this notebook as well. So I think, pretty sure this is the last week of August. Nope, one more week to go. Okay, and then the rest is just back pages with like washi tapes and pen testing, things like that, which I think I probably already shared, and more sort of notes and gift cards and things like that. And then the last one, but definitely not the least, is book 3. This is just all the washi tapes that I have done a collab with London Gifties. So I've got the hollow raindrops, the gold raindrops, and then the hollow ink, alcohol ink tapes. I just loved having this dashboard so much, all in one place. It was lovely. And then here we go. So this one I have flipped through pretty recently, so I am a little bit more sort of familiar looking at this one. In terms of pens, I generally use one of 2 pens. One is this one, the Uniball Signo DX in 0.28. So I do have them in the 3.8 as well, but I find that a little bit too thick, so I use it in the 2.8. And I actually have boxes and boxes of this pen. And then my absolute favorite to use in the Stalogy, like actually just absolute favorite pen, oops, to use anywhere, is the Jetstream 0.38. Yeah, it's just called the Jetstream Uni pen, I think, Uniball maybe. Anyway, it's a clicky pen. Again, I have at any given time I will have a ton of them sitting on my desk because I love to use them in my Stalogy, in my any kind of week's planner. Well, doesn't matter if it's a Sterling ink or a actual Hobonichi weeks, or a cut down Stalogy, and even my like Hobonichi cousin or A5 journal from Create with Pen, my work planner, basically anything. I just love, this is probably this pen here. I just love it. So as much as I love my fountain pens and I do like using them in my journal a bit more, I will kind of keep them for when I'm writing quotes or scripture study or things like that. If I'm journaling and I'm just writing, like, you know, what's been going on in my life, I tend to reach for this pen. It definitely helps me write faster, and sort of preserves my handwriting. I find that, like, if I'm using fountain pens and writing really, really fast, then my handwriting gets really messy, like very, very quickly. Whereas I feel like with this pen, I'm able to write relatively quickly. Like, I can, my hand can keep up with my thoughts. And yeah, this is what it's going to look like. So, which is not too terrible at all. So that's why I think when I'm journaling, I tend to reach for that pen. I also just love the way it's very, like, for me, it's the perfect nib size. I'm not sure if it's a gel pen or ballpoint pen or a hybrid of the two. I think I did look it up once before and I cannot remember. But they're relatively cheap to buy. And they also leave, like, because I press really hard when I write, so it will leave like a dent on the other side of the page, which I love because that adds to like the crinkliness of the Stalogy pages. But yeah, either one of those two pens. The first one I showed you is definitely a gel pen, but this one I would say is a little bit more like a ballpoint pen, but like I said, obviously much thinner nib. Even though it's the 3.8, it actually writes like a 2.8. It's gorgeous. Absolutely love it. If I only had to like ever use one pen, it would be this. Hands down this. There would, like, nothing comes close to this pen for me. But again, it is just the way it writes for me, suited to my handwriting and like in terms of speed and all those things. Yeah, I think if you are somebody, oops, those pages are clipped shut. I think if you're somebody who really leans, like, writes like at an angle, this is probably not going to be the best pen for you. I'm definitely more of like a person who writes sort of not so straight, but like a little bit more like this. I think if you were like writing like this, I'm not sure the ink would, I think it would skip, is what I'm trying to say. It's just something I've noticed with certain pens, but obviously with the gel pens you wouldn't have that issue. But yeah, there is, okay, here is one of those weeks I was talking about. Well, some of the days where I just haven't added any washi or stickers. It's just pen and paper and some sticky notes, sometimes to cover things up, sometimes for actual extra paper space. And this is November. This is when I was traveling in Italy for a work trip, and then at the end of the month we went to India. Like, I love that bumpy feeling of handwriting. We went to India as a family. I think this should have a clip on it. Let's just put that on. So I have like some silver ones and some gold ones. Yeah, I found like all my sort of samples of Simply Gilded washi tape that has, like, I've purchased or been gifted to me over the years, just sort of wrapped around a little card. So I don't have tons of them, but I do have loads of them, so I wanted to use those up. And then, yeah, I think this 27th, oh, gorgeous Christmas washi tapes. If you guys are curious about the London Gifties advent calendar, I would 100% recommend it. It's just stunning. Like, these are the tapes. I've cut up like various pieces from each of the tapes, but these are all the tapes from there. Just stunning, absolutely stunning tapes. And these are just some. But yes, this was the day we went to India, the 27th. So there's not going to be any plans that you see. It is literally just going to be journaling about what we did and our trip. Oh, and then December. So I had actually set up the month. I was very organized and set up the month before we traveled. Like I said, I was journaling so much on my daily pages and in my 5-year notebook that I just didn't get around to filling that monthly in, and that's okay, because, you know, it is what it is. And you can see here clearly I've, you know, kept record of my kids. Fountain pen. I did not like this handwriting at all. And then we were back just literally, I think, 2 days before Christmas. Boxing Day, my favorite day of the year. Well, not favorite day of the year, but favorite holiday of the year, I would say, more than Christmas. And that's it, guys. That is the end of the last Stalogy for 2023. I have used up every single page like I do in every notebook. And now that I have filmed this flip, I can finally put these back on my bookshelf. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that was fun for you guys. I love seeing planner flips, and I love seeing people flipping through a whole notebook. And if you have flips of like your, you know, kind of notebook planners, please drop the link below, or your channel name below, or anything like that. And if you have like a flip like this where you're flipping through a whole year's worth, that would be even better. So yeah, please share your planner videos or flip through videos below. And thank you again for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, I would love it if you would. And I will see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye.